All right, aloha from the islands, the tropics of Townstar, Hawaii. I wanted to give an update. We have about 4 days left of this April Townstar, and I wanted to show you if you're new, if you're old, if you just started this, even if you're older, seasoned, there's a lot of changes into this Townstar that have recently taken place. So as you can see, I was trying to put the music on, some of the sound effects, but they're so loud, even on low settings. You can see that I'm doing the mountains this time. One of the things that I've changed over from sugar, I routinely do sugar. However, with the changes of the times with this Townstar, sugar and sugar cane and cakes do not produce as much. It costs a lot more for production and it just isn't worth it. So it takes a lot more time to build up. If you're in here for, you just want to collect your town coin, and your points and get in and get out, then sugarcane, and it takes a long time to get that just with sugar. And in the past, I've done sugar, so I like this setup. This is a setup I usually go to. So I've transitioned this town over to steel. As you can see, I just added this second steel mill today. Let me turn this up. Graphics to high so that you can see a little bit clearer. So as you can see, I have my second steel mill uh, crafting, and I just started that about 30 minutes ago. I have all my roads built up, so we have 4 days left. I did this about a few days ago. I finally got the roads all done, and I've been spending maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours on it a day. Some people have this run overnight and they have the auto script set up. I have an auto script set up where it sells. However, some of the things, I have the trackers and they're not working as they should be. There's a lot of changes and there's a lot of glitches. We'll go to Discord in a second and see some of the things coming out, the fuzzles and some of the fun things and some of the glitches and problems that have been going on. So as they affect everything, some of the resolutions, some of the changes. So what was in the past, if you got used to the past needs and things to build things, they changed over time, and I forget what they are, but we'll go over. So initially I had all these windmills, just like I've done in the past. If you look at my past videos, you can see the windmills were set up just like this, on the top tiers, right? And what I did was transfer those over little by little as I got income. To do that, the roads were the last things because I did not know how I wanted this set up in the mountains. I want to turn the clouds off. They're just a pain in the butt. So my fuel is usually down here, um, and I put my fuel against here, and I put the lumber mills down here because they require a lot of energy, a lot of water. The water pumps allow them to have water, so they don't need extra water. The power plants allow them to have energy. So if you're producing, doesn't stay up, lumber mill, see if I craft this, if I go to oak barrels, it only takes one energy, but if I do lumber, it takes two energy. So I do the lumber mills. I've switched the lumber mills over on this side where they do lumber, and over here where it requires less, not that cloud, requires less, I have them building oak barrels. So oak barrels, what we see is that it gives us, if I'm going to sell anything, it gives us about 55,000 per oak barrel. So it doesn't take a lot. I can sell one of those. I attempted to get the auto script to work for oak barrels, but apparently oak barrels do not want to sell automatic. That's okay. That's not my main function of sales right now. It's just a passive income for this town. The big thing here is selling these. So the steel mills, I've never done a steel mill, and apparently it's very, very beneficial to have. It's about 460,000 per steel that you sell. And once you get past that, what I used to sell was cakes, and those were 1.5 million about back in the day. Once you get that first 1 million, you can set up your town and you can do a lot of reconstruction and remodeling with that one sale. It takes forever to get it, but once we get that one, we can use that monies to blacktop our roads. And the blacktop serves as it speeds up production, speeds up the lumberjacks so that they can go faster to and fro. So as I was saying, I got the oak barrels building over here. I only got 2 building right now. So what I'm doing, I have my energies. These are the places where I'm going to put if I have time with 4 days remaining. If I had time to put more of these steel mills or other things over here like water towers, because I need a lot of water in this area. So as you can see, all these mines, they're mining the same thing, and I think they're all active. They're all active, so they're mining, and they're on a pretty good rotation scale. So, and then I have the auto scripts set up so every more than 20, so 30, they'll sell one now. I used to have every 10 they would sell, and then 20. Once I got my first steel mill set up, then I switched it to 20, and now I just changed the script to 30. So there's going to be 20 on reserve all the time, so that these people can always have, these steel mills can always have iron. See how he already has 10. He just needs one more water drum, and he can build another one. So that's going to be my next project, is to build another water drum or water facility. So finding a spot for that. And this one, just sold one, just made one. They take 5 water, which is a lot of water, right? So you need blacktop roads because they go back and forth. And each of these take water too. So this guy's passive water because he's close to the water pump, the industrial area, so he doesn't need any water, so he can craft. They all take the same. He could craft chromium, limestone. I don't see the benefits for that. They take longer to produce, and they don't really have, they have the same sale value. So unless you need them for steel, blue steel, which I don't think you do, you need, for blue steel, you need uniforms, energy, and steel. So you need about this twice as much energy as you do for steel. So I don't know if I'm going to dabble in that. I might try to do one just to get it. So I got enough oil. I shut all these off, except for one. As you can see, I'm still full on oil. So I got to stop the production on oil, crude oil, and these people, he is out of gasoline. So that was my last gasoline. So getting this going is a lot different than the sugar cane. Now that we have different requirements. So the gas is about the same. It takes 2 energy, 1 water drum, 2 crude oils, and that's about the same. So the industrial, I don't have them on, but they can create batteries. And before, I had a whole field of water or wind turbines to get the energy requirements for this setup, and I was able to get rid of those windmills except for a few, shut these off in the last few days, and this is what it's been going to. I put the builder houses over on the side. These are dead zones pretty much, so they're good zones for builder houses. If I have any projects, I can keep them, and I like to keep 5. Back in the day, 5 was a max. 5 was enough. Now if you're building anything, I'm going to demolish something and show you real quick. Just make sure that they're all going. So 20, I don't have to worry about them selling. Before, I was selling these like hotcakes, like every 10 minutes. They're building so much I couldn't keep up. But now that I've added a steel mill, a secondary steel mill, it's slowing production. So that's really good because I don't need to be selling that much. I almost had to put in another petroleum refinery just to get enough fuel to keep on doing what I was doing. And you can see I got enough lumber, 50 lumber, so I got plenty of lumber. I don't need all that lumber, but for building projects, I don't mind them going back and forth. So what we're going to do is attempt to find a location for water. Right, they're all sleeping right now. Forklift drivers sleeping. I don't need as much water. Once this slows down, it'll be better. I've already got 6 steel. So yesterday when I was looking at this, I was lucky to get 10 a day. So I just sold my steel. I had 12 of them. I sold 1, and I'm already up to 7, and this is within like an hour. So they're double the production, and the slow hiccup right now is the water. So with this extra steel mill, now we have to get more water in production. So I was looking at this the other day, how I could do that. I got plenty of lumberjacks, like I said. I don't need all these lumberjacks right now. So what I can do is attempt to put one over in this location and see if that is enough. Let's see how that will work, because I'll take out some of the oil pumps, and this is all trial and error. There's some gadgets out there, digital, that you can use to try to figure out a best case scenario for these areas. Over here, I want to show you real quick before we do that, while I'm going through this. My warehouse is full. I got a whole bunch of warehouses. They all look like they're getting full, so I'm going to have to do something with the warehouses. So I have no fuel. I got petroleum, 4 petroleum. So what I'm going to have to do, this is the only warehouse, and this warehouse. So I got lots of warehouses, lots of storage for these people. And the reason I put them over here at the edge of town is that so the miners can go all the way to from the edge of town and drop it off. All right. Forklift driver can go over here and back and forth, and this seems like the best case scenario, because I have the power plants here close to them so that they can supply the energy requirements for them. The water's close to them. Unfortunately, you can't put it here because for whatever reason this is not considered a road. You can't put anything here. You can't even put your water tower here, which is supposed to be good and legit to put anywhere without a road. You don't need roads. However, I tried to place my NFT here, and you can't put anything here because it's not a road. So the dead space is generally in this location, this corner, where you can't do much. And now that I have this set up, you can't do much. So it's really unfortunate that there's a lot of dead spaces where they're unusable. Maybe in the future they'll figure out accommodations that you can set up a water pump over here, because this is considered a blacktop road. I would think if you need a blacktop road, that means that this is blacktop, right? In my opinion. But we got to go with what we got, and before we get too far off track, let's see. I got to make some stop that production. I think I lost one, but that's okay. Make some gasoline. He's got 5 petroleum, and I'm trying to build this up, so I'm okay, because before I would already have like 30-40 of these. I'd be backed up. So as you can see, the oak barrels are starting to back up now, which, you know, I get 55,000, which is great, but the only problem is that they're taking up a lot of storage space. So once I get that under control, then it'll be okay. So I do a couple of sales, and like I said, the auto script is not working for the oak barrels. It's not working for the silica, the chromium, the limestone. It's only working for me it was working for the lumber and the iron, and obviously the sugar back when I was selling sugar. So it's not something I'm going to mess with, worry about. The steel is also working, I believe. I don't have steel charted here. I should have added that. And that's in, if you go to Tamper Monkey, and there's YouTube videos where you can find out how to set up those scripts. It takes a little bit of time if you don't know how to do scripting, but there's walkthroughs on it where it cuts it down, and it's pretty simple. So he's gonna switch over. He switched over to gasoline. He's got 1 gasoline, so I can sell and clear up some space, and that's what you want to do. Make sure that you clear up space. I got 21 iron, and this is a big project. I was doing sugar and this at one time, trying to build these all up. And a lot of people, they'll put all these in line. They'll use these spaces for all iron, or all the mountains. Coal mining. We'll switch it over here. So I have coal mining all the way going down here, all the way on this side. So I have a whole bunch of coal miners, and they're all working. 2 minutes for that one. That one needs water. And as you can see, there's a pattern that's going to... I have plenty of wood and not enough water pumps. So the best case scenario, how to get those water pumps. Let's sell another one. How to get those water pumps. Best case scenario. Yeah, I like this setup. I have three, and then if I can get another one, let me just remove this one. Like I said, I don't need that many lumberjacks. So 10,000, And they take, so this is one of the changes that came into place. They now need oak, one oak, and if you're to build an oak tree, I'm going to destroy another. I don't need energy anymore, so we can remove this. And I'm going to use this for a base plate for showing the cost. And if you go here, oak wood, 120 to 960 seconds, it costs $1,000 to build. So it takes a lot longer, 120 seconds to 960 seconds. It takes a lot longer than, say, the oak, which is 500, and it only takes 30 to 240 seconds. So let's look at the sugar cane as that's being built. Some of the changes. Cabernet grapes, I haven't really messed with those much, but the bakeries, this is one thing that $400,000, that's why I didn't mess with this, because it costs $400,000 just for a bakery. These are the requirements, so they've doubled. They used to be 5s. That's why I would have 5 worker houses, worker bees. Now they take double what they did, and on top of that, it also takes time after they're complete. So the candy shop, I was going to do that too, 150,000, but I could not get the peppermint to actually work right, so I gave up on that. I had peppermint fields. It takes 1 wood, and the farmers would not drop off the wood to the peppermints to get them growing, so I gave up on that. Let's see, the Lumberjacks, 555, 75,000. So I believe those dropped in price. Those used to be at 240,000. So that's a great change. You don't need to save all your time for trying to get them Lumberjacks, because those Lumberjacks really help in the end. They can do like 2 to 1, 3 to 1 for the price of a regular chainsaw cutter. The windmills, about the same. They do the same, 7,500. Let's see, any big changes? Store mills, nothing big there. Silos, nothing big there. Let's see, salts, nothing big, about the same. The farm tractors, 75,000. Those two were pretty expensive back in the day, and about the same cost, 555. So those didn't change. The Lumberjacks, those are the regular Lumberjacks, 2,500. So if you save up about a week, less than a week, a few hours, depends on how long you play, you can have your own logger houses, which will save you a lot of money, waste of money, because you don't have to buy as many of those. You can transfer those over. The farmhouses, 1,250, about the same. The lumber yards, the change, nope, that's about the same. Let's see, everything else on here. Cakery, here we go, 1 million for a cakery. So I gave up on that, because just to get that million, that's for me, that's half the 30 days, if not. It took me 20 some days just to get a million, because I've been playing this very recreational. I don't have it running all the time anymore. It takes twice as much, so I just didn't think it was necessary. And that's just to get the batter. So if you need a cake, you need to build a second one. So that's 2 million, and it just takes too long. So these guys take, you give about 46. And the reason I did that was because cakes, sugar, if you're to sell sugar, it doesn't give you as much as it did, and it gives you about a half of what it used to. And the iron will give you 45,000. Let's look at the sales. If you're to sell this, 46,000, and then you can convert to the steel, which is 470,000, and it only costs 1.5 million, where you're making iron all the time. So you're going from one to the next, and you don't have to worry about going up and building and building. You're already making 46,000, as opposed to, I think you're getting like 20,000 maybe for the sugar cane, for the sugar. It's just not enough. It will take you all day just to get enough to do this. It will take you like 3-4 hours just to get enough for that. All right, we got to transfer over to petroleum. Keep up with this as we're changing over. So and keep the warehouses kind of not so busy. See if there's any other big changes. Let's go to the ranch. I didn't do anything with the ranch. Same cost, same prices, 75,000, 5,000, looks about the same. 30,000, they look about the same. They didn't really touch them too much. 10,000 per pond. Those used to be about 20,000, I believe. And paved roads. Let's see, industrial, 2,500. Forklift, that I believe dropped in price. That used to be a little bit more. Lumber mills dropped in price, which really help. Definitely help because you can build a lot of things with the lumber mills. So I would definitely recommend the nuclear power. This is something that, like in Warlord, if you listen to him, I listen to him a lot, watch him a lot. He live streams. He's huge on this. So you have 30 of these built up. So he's selling 10, or they're selling 10. And that's my other NFT up there. I get one NFT, and my other NFT water tower is 11, so I should get 12 a day. I only get 11 because that one doesn't count apparently. It should. You're supposed to get one. However, due to grammatical errors that Gala has so far going, it's not working. So what can I do? He's building this. We need one more oak. Apparently all my oak is being used. So let's shut down one of these for a second while craft stop. While he gets his oak. And let's flush this. Do we want to flush that one or this one? Let's flush this one. Flush. So that's storage. That could be why. Because they're dropping it off straight to. I should have flushed this one. But at this point, it doesn't really matter for those. Flush two of them. They're building so fast. These guys are so fast. Let's see. So now it should be built. And we can see, been waiting all that time for one piece of oak. And they cannot build any oak. Cannot build it because of the oak. Because both of them, there might be another one too somewhere lying around that's building an oak barrel. There he is. So I can shut this one off too. Stop. Alright, saved it. Alright, and I just want to, alright, let's see. Oops. These guys are moving so fast. It's a lot different than doing the cakes. I had a system down for the cakes. And when the auto scripts don't work, and then you have to make things on the fly. So those are oak barrels. He should really be a lumber, but that's okay. Craft stop. Let's change him to oak. He should have oak by now. Yep, there's 4 oak in there. These guys are super slow. And they're still not, their AI or their programming is still not that good because they'll all grab the same thing even though they won. And they'll still grab the same thing and they'll all go to deliver that one thing instead of divvying up the tasks. Alright, let's do craft oak. Let's do craft oak. And craft oak. Alright, so right now we're just seeing if this is effective, if this is going to work. Craft, it's already, so it needs another water. And for some reason these are going pretty well. So I'm going to have to do another water here. And then it should take effect. It should work. And that's a thing, I don't know how I want it set up, so. Let's see. All these changes at the last minute really don't help. So if I could turn this one into water, and then I can put a water here, water tower here, but I really like keeping things the same. And this one works, so if I put a water here, it should be enough to do that. And I got enough fuel being made. Actually, let's turn some of these on. Craft, make, so I don't run out. Craft, make. So let's do that. Let's put a water here. Let's see. I haven't done this for a while. I usually post every once a month at least. At the beginning, I was trying to post, and then I'll have to put up something like, you can see a lot of the military choppers. You can probably hear them flying overhead. So if you're in Hawaii, around Hawaii, they do this. They've been doing this for like 2 years, and with escalation of force the last few days, things are picking up, and they're doing a lot more flyovers. So if you hear that, you know that this is situation normal here in Hawaii. They fly overhead all the time. So we're in the USERPAC Pacific region, and there's a lot of things in the Pacific region. So I gotta wait for them to build, and that's gonna take a long time because let's remove this one. I don't believe I need 3 anymore. Let's take this, return them, and then put them here. And that should give him a few more. So 3. So now he only needs 7 out of 10. And to grow this, I need 1 wood. And I can build another one over here. And I'm not too worried about cash, so I can build one here. This is a temporary one. These are temporary, so temporary designs. I could build one here as well, just to get those going operational, because I really want them to. All right, look at, they're already done. 13 seconds. I'm out of gas again, it says. So I'm making petroleum. I got 7 fuel, which I'm not too worried because I got enough cash. 11,000 in cash. And like I said, I got a lot of lumberjacks, so I probably don't need as many lumberjacks anymore. And if I really put some thought into this one, this is just trial by fire, as you can see. And with all the changes, I'm not really putting a lot of effort into this anymore. But this should be built up pretty quick now, because this takes about a minute 22. It usually takes about 30 seconds, but because it's over here by the industrial area, it takes a lot longer. And this one takes 2 minutes 49 seconds. So you'll see a lot of the changes are just that. Let's build another one. So the time constraints for these things takes extra long. So if I was to build a steel mill, it'll take another minute to finish after it's finished, which doesn't make sense because it should only take up to like 5 seconds in my opinion. They should have increments of 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, maybe up to 7 seconds, 10 seconds at the most. 30 seconds, 1 minute is really unorthodox, really unnecessary. A minute 30, just, it's already completed, and just to delay it, because if it's done, it's done, right? You don't stop opening day because it's done. Once it's done, it should be open, right? Not, when the project is done, it's operational, not operational. And I know a lot of people are disgruntled about that, because when you're in the initial stages and you need those things built up and you need them working, and you're strapped for time, that can be the price of the cost of destroying the town or not. See, this one takes 8 seconds, which is not bad. 8 seconds. You can wait 8 seconds. So we got 3 out of 10. Let's see if that one helps. 2 minutes. So apparently these are all in bad spaces. Ready. Let's see who's going to get it. Who's going to get it? Anybody going to get it? Oh, no, no, no. Let me shut you off. Where are you going? I don't want you working yet. Craft, stop. No, no, no. See, that's a good catch. Turn him off. Oh, you got another guy over here. What the heck? This guy too? Craft, stop. So this guy, did they just destroy it? Oh, they destroyed it. They didn't bring it back. All right, so there's a change number 2 that I might want to think about. adding water over here to these. And then you're going to see the production of lumber go down, which is fine because I don't need as much lumberjacks. And I can always build more lumberjacks. See, they're already freaking maxed out. So let me do that. Let me remove this. Put a pond there, just to make it easy for them. And let me do, this one's, oh, that one's not even functioning. What the heck? It used to be. Remove that. Put a pond here. Now we're going to pick up. Remove this one. Put a pond there. Okay. So we don't have to do this one, because these ponds should suffice for that. I'm hoping. Because that one's good, that one's good. This one's not though. Interesting. Interesting. How long has that been like that? Probably the whole time. I didn't notice. Didn't pay attention. So let's go to the Discord while they do this. I gotta get some more gas, and then 29 seconds. We'll go to the Discord, and we'll go see what else is going on, and then come back to this. But you can see the warehouses. They're already built up again. I don't need a lot of energy. I'm saving the energy just for projects, if I need projects. So when I get the 1.5 million and I build another one of these, and I have 11, so I can sell one of those. I have 11 steel, so once I get this transferred over, stop that. Gasoline. A lot of missions. They're doing a lot of missions out there. The world is on a tipsy-turvy. It's about to fall apart, apparently. A lot of fear in the world, so don't buy into the hype. It's all just PR. History repeats infinitely. That's what I've realized. If we study history, we understand that history is like a loop that just repeats and repeats. It's like the family sagas, generation to generation. All right, so the auto script, you can see, worked. Auto script for the steel works. The only ones I can't get to work are the chromium, limestone, silica, oak, and the oak barrel. Oak barrel I tried a couple different ways and it still didn't want to work. So not going to mess with it too much. And once I get these set up, it should slow down once I get the third steel mill. And this is going to help me because I was worried about the water drum. So he needs water too, energy. So I'm still working on a process on where to put the third, my third one, location here possibly, or over here, preferably probably over here. So like I said, there's a lot of dead space in here, but what can you do when you're limited to what they tell you can and can't do? All these algorithms. And I'm making pretty good. So within like 10 minutes, I was able to make enough and sell. I don't know if it was a glitch or not. I sold something, it didn't sell, and next thing you know, it was green. I collected, and then I sold 20 minutes later what I was going to sell. All right, so he's selling, he's making. Let's go over to Discord. So Discord community, if you're here, I would always recommend getting associated with Gala games. I have mine in a folder now. Yours might not look like this with all these setups. So this is Gala games. You just click on it. This is Gala music. I have them both in the same folder. And this shows you now they have the Fuzzle up here. Fuzzle is like the cool thing now, the AI if you're into artificial intelligence in the gaming world. So some of the global announcements, Spider Tanks AMA is Thursday, today, 5 a.m. your local time. Here's a YouTube link, so I'm sure it's over. You can probably Google it, YouTube it, if you're into the Spider Tanks. Getting started, all the way down, Node Talks, and Townstar. Another thing that came out, supposedly it's not working for me. What is it, Legends Reborn? Think Legends Reborn. Yep, this is it. It's like the card game that came out. So it's, if you install it, you can play it. We're aware that there are issues loading the game if you're located outside the US. So I'm not located outside the US and I still cannot load it. I installed the game and it doesn't even do anything. So we're looking into it and we'll update you once we're able to investigate. So I'm in Hawaii and I still can think that's part of the United States territories and it still won't play. Anyone wanting to play Legends Reborn today, you won't have to wait much longer. The playtest will be available today at 12 p.m. We're excited for you. So I'm looking forward to it because I really like card games, Magic the Gathering and those types of games. They had a game on a few different consoles that I really enjoyed playing. So I'm kind of looking forward to this one. Unfortunately, they're doing some troubleshooting to fix it. Let's see, Townstar. Any discussions? Let's see, Townstar. Let's just go from today down. Here's Lycan Warlord. I was talking to Lycan Warlord. He's really, really good. And this is Nimble Abbott. So I wonder if that's Lycan Warlord because he might have got banned for 30 days because you're not supposed to post anything negatory, derogatory, or anything against the Gala universe. So anything that could be improved, you're not supposed to post. You're just supposed to say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am. Go with the flow, right? So how many blue steel per hour? 12. That can place top 100. I doubt that is on the comp. Everyone will be making blue steel. I'm at 15 to 16. What are you at? If I can get 400 with 12 blue steel, I will be happy. Down to 3 oil pumps. And the reason I do this during, when they're flying over, they have their own patterns. They're flying overhead all the time. I used to try to do it, the warbirds when they weren't flying. But, this is real world. So if you want to hear real world, this is real world. If you want to not hear it, pretend that it's not real, well, that's on you. But it is really happening all the time. Maybe not in your part of the world, but in many parts of the world. So Lycan Warlord, Nimble Abbott, YouTube how-to. So if you want to do town scripts, there it is. There's a link that's really good information to get. Thank you. Laugh aloud. Why am I server muted? You've been voted off the island. I don't even see you in there. All right, so, and these are different descriptions of how they're set up. Some of the towns are set up. It's the Vox Barracks town. So to place 2 NFTs, you need to hold 5,001 Gala. So right now they're battling over what the new rules are with this. So in order to place 2 NFTs, you need to hold 5,000 Gala. Wow. I hopped out, maybe next time. Now to earn of them, you need Gala Town coin power. You can place as many as you want. Okay, so if you have any questions. There are scripts that show you this. Lycan Warlord has a good video about setting them up. Yes, he does. And this is something you could do this, for example, and this is something you can download as well and do a template on how you want to set up your town and how you want to change your town. So, discussion, Townstar ideas, play and earn. I was just there, where'd it go? Play and earn Gala, Townstar FAQ, Townstar changelog, play and earn. They got Gala node, community, play and earn Gala, Vox, play and earn. Okay, what the heck, I was just here. Announcements. For some reason it was not showing. Alright, we hope everyone's practicing their top builds because the first weekly competition will begin on May 3rd. So was it Mayham? May Mayham? A lot of different metaverses, a lot of different companies, a lot of different things around the world. Mayham, May Mayham. So if you're in the crypto world, if you're in the digital world, shopping, traveling, May is supposed to be the time that we have a lot of mayhem going on. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of updates, a lot of things going on. The final details of the cash prize structure will be announced prior to the competition starting. The meta for the first week will be the current standard rules that are active now, with the exception of oak tree water requirements, which will be adjusted back down to 5 water. Whew, good. So they're adjusting those. I know you all are so excited, as we are. Let's see, we have found the cause of the display. Here's one of the issues. Sorry for the additional ping today. We have found the cause of the display issues with rare wheat stands, legendary sugarcane storage, and the Miranda's Rancher and Forklift skins. A fix is being created now and should be pushed to live servers shortly. As for the Town Power bars not updating properly for some users, we are aware. Town Power bars. Huh. Okay, so I'm just looking at mine. That might be one of the updates coming soon. The Town Power bar is not updating properly for some users. We are aware of this, and it is also being worked on. No ETA for it at the moment. Thank you all again just for being so awesome. Okay, you know, I love those little. At this time, we're still investigating the NFT display issues associated with the rare wheat stands, legendary sugarcane storage, and the Miranda's Rancher. Some freshly opened Miranda's Vox have been added. Anyone who has previously stuck at 85% loading, development servers should be able to get back in now. We've seen that in the past, probably about maybe 2 cycles ago, 1 season ago. We saw people getting loading times, myself included, 60%. We would have to change servers, refresh, change servers, go from Mozilla, Firefox, Brave to Internet to Chrome to just waiting, getting back in. The new meta changes are live. With this update, Town Power is also now live. The user interface has been added and can now be seen in the NFT inventory screen in-game. There you will see how much town you can currently earn based on your available Town Power. So if you want to go in that, that's the whole new schematics that they're using. You need to have Gala and Town coin to keep on playing, apparently. There will be another update on April 21st, which was a long time ago for bugs reportedly. Yep, crossed out. Here, if you want to check out the power calculator. So that's pretty much it. Development servers. There's a paved bug right now. Upgraded paved roads aren't working. Next time, this was today. One dirt next to a dirt road instead. I've noticed some will improve if you rebuild them again, but not in this case. And they also had that they fixed was, let's see over here, the miners. All you could see was the little minions, the midget miners. You couldn't see the actual mines, shafts for the first few days, and they fixed it. And now you can see the whole mine. So where are we in this? They're still waiting on water. Wow. Wow, redonk. What the heck? Okay, so I gotta shut him off too, because he's taking all my water. How did he get turned back on? Oh my God. So he didn't have enough water either. I swear the other day, all these were fine. Yesterday, these were all fine. They had plenty of water, and now they're not. Now they don't have enough water. That is crazy. There's a lot of updates, a lot of adjustments. Got to keep up with the times, right? So I have 3 spots for water, and all right, let's go back to this, and let's go back. Oh. Right now I'm doing changes in, you can't see, I was doing changes looking at my Townstar. So I'm saying that these all had enough water yesterday. I can swear to it. Except for this one that wasn't built. Well, this one, yeah, this one had enough. No, he wasn't built, that's why it wasn't there. But these all had enough water. And now they don't have enough water. Interesting. Interesting how things happen. So we're still waiting for the water. As you can see, it takes a long time. He's ready. Now maybe they'll get built because people aren't stealing it, like he's not stealing my water. And this is not by any stretch of the imagination the best setup. It is a good setup. It is not the best setup. There's many ways and many ways that I could even improve this, that you could probably improve it. So the biggest thing is don't be afraid, and if you don't know what you're doing, just kind of go slow, because this is a very slow process now that they've changed, that they've established. The wood, the logger homes, I got plenty of loggers. I can do some sales now. I have to do them manually apparently. And the last time, like in Warlord, the last time I actually reached out to him, he was live streaming, and I asked him what's going on with the scripting, and he said there's a new scripting set up somewhere, and I had to go download it, reinstall it, and re-look at it. So the community is really supportive on that, getting those updates out. So I would definitely look into staying connected, and if you have questions, don't be afraid to reach out to get those. So if you want to, while that's going, he's selling that. We'll finish as soon as they're done building these. 7 out of 10, 2 out of 10. They're going to take forever. 7 out of 10. These are so slow. With 3 of them. Let's build another one. Let's build another. Even with 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. Let's build another. What is going on? Alright, farm. Farm. Now I cannot even see. Let's stretch this back out. Where is my water? Where'd you go? Where did you go? There you are. Alright. So they all go. You can see them all rushing out to get that one. This one takes 2 minutes. Oh, ridiculous. They're supposed to be faster. That's why those are built. They go deeper into the water. You know, they have a pump on them. Apparently not worth it. So let's go to the next thing. If you want to sign up or register, find out more information on this, you can always go to my website. Where is it? There it is. Go to my website, Interconnected Creations, or go to the website. Referral program, you know, Interconnected. You can scroll all the way down, look at it. If you want to know more about the digital world, where it's going to, the metaverses, virtual reality, augmented reality. I do a lot with augmented and virtual AI as well, learning that, and I just learned something, studied something today about how it works. Making model meshes of ourselves with a 2D photo and turning it over to AI, and they finish it up. And then we have a mesh of a 3D digital model of ourselves. It's like a clay. So if you go to referral program, Gala, and take you here, click on the link, it'll take you to the Gala games. And then you can see the puzzles. If you want to learn more about the puzzles, I think they're kind of cool. You know, they swear, which is really neat. They say BS and stuff, you know, the bad words. It'll take you here, and then you sign up, register. And the games, this is the games updates. If you want to play Spider Tanks, Superior's no longer available. It was. I watched Like in Warlord play it. I was going to play it. I just didn't get around to it because, like I said in the past, Sandbox was playing at the same time. Legends Reborn, this is one that they're having a little issues with. If you get in, good. If you can't get in, I tried multiple ways. I went to the visit store. I went to here. I went to the games. 3 different areas, and it still did not work for me. So, and then here's a Townstar. You just click on this one, visit store. There's a couple of ways to get into it. On my iPad, I actually found this out the other day. So yeah, you just click on this. You can also scroll down and find some of the latest, oldest videos if you want ideas, and you can scroll all the way down, and I have the Townstar grid if you like to do a digital paper idea of how to set up, where to set up. So, and then if you want to go to other referral programs, it's always there. Not financial advice. at all. All right, look at that, for entertainment purposes only. So the pond, one pond is done. And of course, if you want to check out some of my NFTs, I'm working on a project right now, and I'm going to turn her into, I'm actually turning her into a 3D virtual rendition of the lady in red, what a 2D model that I did. So that's a long process, because the metadata, if you understand metadata, look at the metadata. Everything is run through metadata. Even this crypto. Let's look at. Let's see if we can real quick. Let's go back to. Let's see. I got too much going on in my head. Go back to, trying to find it on here is a pain sometimes. Where is it? All right, that's confusing me. That just really confused me. So it's showing the same thing on both screens. Weird. That is weird. That is weird. All right, before it was just on interconnected creations. I must have closed it out, so that's why. Yeah, I did. Closed it up. All right, let's. Just want to check out the price real quick. For Gala. Let's check out the price for Gala. There it is. Okay. And we'll close this one out for a second. All right, so the price today is 0.16. This is what a lot of people don't necessarily talk about, is the cost and value of this. So 0.16 to the US dollar, so 0.16. And as you can see, that's 1 day, 24 hours right now. We're at 1.6. It had a little rise. When the new games come out, no matter what systems, they generally go up, they spike up, because they want a lot, they have a big push for those. If you want to look at more information, here it is. We'll go to, I like to go to 1 year, and then 2021. Interesting. That's about, so when I was looking at my value of my property, November 2021 was the high as well. A lot of comparison similarities for selling. That was a high when it, for selling. So at the highest, it was at 0.7 1 year ago. Year to date, 0.46. So a lot of people are always saying, even me, I'm speculating that Gala is one of those that is really low if you compare it to other metaverses. If you go to Interconnected Creations, my website, and you check out the metaverse section and you look at some of the different metaverses, Sandbox included, their value is so much different than Gala. And Gala is offering quite a bit of things. I mean, they have Snoop Dogg, they have Gala Music, now they have AI. Let's go to Sandbox. See the value of Sandbox, $2.49. And I mean, these are even in the infancy stages. So year to date for that, $6. Now let's go to Towncoin. Check out Towncoin, Townstar. There it is, 7 cents. So depends on how many NFTs you got. I'm gonna go to 1 year. The highest for this was $2. Wow. $2 year to date. 60. That doesn't make sense. 1 year. How much was it? $2.05 year to date. Where's the highest? That doesn't make sense. There's a glitch somewhere. 0.67. So that might be 20 cents. It might be like 20 cents that it's supposed to be. I don't understand. 1 year ago. So even 1 year ago, this went up. November 2021. This was up pretty high. All. Let's go to all. Okay, so $2. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, and that was the highest. So if we compare that to Sandbox, right now it's really a buyer's market, not financial advice at all. I just like to know what my money's or what my town is doing, purchasing. So we are back here. We can turn this guy back on, and now he should have enough water to build. Yep, got 2 ponds on each side, so that seems to have worked efficiently. And then once that's done, all right, and he's got crude oil, so I got gasoline. I'm making plenty of gasoline. Production has slowed down, as you can tell, and I sell 3 of those, 4 of those, and I'll still have 5 fuel left as they are making steel. Steel is even slowed down because of the water, lack of water. But once these 2 come back online, everything will pick back up. So knowing how to slow things down in your town, before I was slowing it down by shutting these off, shutting up, you don't have to shut off the lumberjacks or logger homes. You can shut off the power plants. If you can shut off one thing, it will slow down a number of things. All right, we got our second one done. We can turn him on, and he should be good now. 28 seconds, yep. So that extra water just gave a lot more. So I can put another water here and another water here if I need to meet the requirements for, because there's a lot of water requirements for these people. So like I was saying, you could shut these down individually, and that's what I did too. I would have to shut them all down. Or if you're able to shut down, say, a couple of these to save time and save space, like I was doing with the oak, I just shut down a couple of these. It slowed everything down. So with that being said, those are pretty much all the updates I have for this one. There's a May Mayham coming up for a lot of people, a lot of things, and right now I am at 1,087, so I'll probably break under 1,000 by the time I'm done. I'm not really doing this to get into the top 10, because from what I hear, there's no rewards unless you're in the competition. Competition has been done, ceased for 2, 3, 4, or 5 months. So it's more recreational, more fun, just learning this stuff. And it is fun. I mean, the new changes for this, they make it a little bit more time consuming, a little bit more, it's painful. Some of it's painful. Waiting a minute for something is really, really unorthodox, really unnecessary. When you already waited an hour, 2 hours, you wait another minute, it's really not necessary. That's why I say, if they make you wait 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, that would be one thing. But the waiting game, it just really puts a damper on things. So with that, God bless, aloha, and stay tuned.